Hey, thanks for checking out my video. Today we'll be looking at paints and how to identify or see the true colour of your paints. Not the colour that you see through the bottle, not the colour that you see in your palette when it's wet, but the true dried colour. How to see the true dry colour of your paint that you can have on your Mini while the paints are still in the bottle. It's a little trick that you can do with Reaper paints and it works really well. But before we start that, if you want to be one of the first people to see the Bones 4 Kickstarter being unboxed, we'll be looking at the core sets, the expansions, the Dreadmere expansion, the Underdark expansion, all the essential add-ons. If you want to be one of the first people to see that in UK, or if not the world, hit like, hit subscribe. We'll be checking them out. We'll be looking at the Bones Black as well and comparing it to the classic Bones to see how they differ, see if it's any good. And we'll look at the paints as well and the scenery that you could have got. So, right. Let's get on to the paints. Okay, so what we're going to do next is top the paints. Now, when I say top the paints, what I mean is we're going to take the top off the paint, put a few dibs of a few drops of paint into the recess, into the concave section of the top of the bottle. Now, the reason we do this is none of these paints that you see here will actually dry the colour that you see them in the bottle. Now, you're seeing this paint here through the bottle, so it's gonna have a sort of a milky, translucent sheen to the actual paint. And plus, the paint that you put, even if you put it into your palette, the colour that you're going to see dried is not going to be the colour that you're going to see wet. Now, let me show you an example of what I'm talking about here. Here we go. Here we've got two paints. They're both the same colour, both brilliant red. This is a fresh bottle. This is one I've been using for a while. Now, as you can see, the colour, well, hopefully you can see, the colour that you're going to have dried here is not the same as the colour in the bottle. It's slightly darker. You've not got the sheen from the white sort of translucentness of the bottle. So that is the true colour that you're going to get on your Mini. And another great example, or another good reason for topping your bottles, if you, let me grab a finished model here, or almost finished model here. Now if I'm looking to add some sort of highlights or some shading to this, I can find the colour that I'm looking for, not the colour on the bottle. You know, the true dried colour. So I can add some shading in here. I can hold it up to the Mini, try and find a good match for the colour that I'm going for. Or if I want to sort of add some highlights in, I can compare the dried paint, the true colour, to my model, hold it up, and you know, find the correct sort of colour that I'm looking for. Right. So next, what I'm going to do, I'm going to top all of these bottles here. With the magic, I'm going to fast forward through it, and you can see what it looks like, and you can have an idea of whether it's what you want to do. Right, sorted, done. Now what you may have noticed, or you may not notice pretty fast, that a few of the paints were blocked. They had dry paint in the top, which wasn't allowing it to paint to come out. Now it's about 1 in 6, and pretty much most of the flesh tones were blocked. It's easily sorted. All you need to do is take a little pin, you stick the pin in, free out the paint, or poke it down, and it's easily sorted. It's not a problem at all, really. You may have noticed as well that I was, you know, testing it on my finger. That was just to make sure that the flow and the paints had mixed well before sort of, you know, dedicating to putting them on top of the bottles. So let's let these dry and we'll come back to them in a few minutes. Okay, I've let these paints dry now. As you can see, they've all been topped with the colour of the paints on top. Let's have a closer look at some of them here. As you can see, look, the dry colour, the true colour, the colour that you're going to be having on your Minis, it's different than the colour that you can see in the paint pot. As you can see, there's the creamy kind of shade to it there, the milky shade to it, and the true colour is different than the paint that you see through the bottle. So that gives you like a clear representation of the paint that you can have on your model. Let's have a look at some more. There we go, what we've got here. Tropical Aqua, as you can see, there's the colour through the bottle, and that's a true colour. That's a colour you can have on your Mini. What else we've got? Rosy Pink, not so rosy, and there's your true colour. As you can see, it's a lot darker than the colour on the bottle, and that's the dried colour. That's the colour you're going to get on your Mini. And also, like I said previously, if you're looking for a shade for your Mini, you can hold it up. You get the true colour of the dried paint, and you can hold it up and you can find the right sort of colour that you're looking for to shade or add some shadow or highlights to your Mini. There we go. Cool. Well, there we have it. That's the paints topped. You can see the true colour, the dried colour. It's easy to see them, it's easy to identify, and you get a good understanding of what the colours are going to look like on your Minis. Well, thanks for watching, and as I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to see the Bones 4 Kickstarter being unboxed, hit like, hit subscribe. I'll be doing the core sets, I'll be doing expansions, I'll be looking at the essential add-ons, I'll be looking at the paints, looking at the scenery, looking at quite a big chunk of that in detail as well. So I'll be doing a main unboxing video, and then, you know, little videos looking at the bigger models and the expansion packs in more detail. Well, thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, be one of the first to see that Bones 4 Kickstarter unboxing, and I'll see you soon. Take care.